And thank you very much indeed. This is TV3 New Day, and we're happy to have you share your morning with us. And we're running till 10 a.m. The Supreme Newspaper this morning says we are committed to our CSRs for Ada Electrochem Ghana Limited rebuffs false publications. Also, ban sprinkling of Pukwe at Prampram Homo. Stu Father urges Security Council. NPP Youth Wing, administer elected IYTU vice chairman in Munich in Germany. Also, surge in illegal mining activities on Ankobra River after military halt operation on Galamsey. I thought we had a renewed fight there. The Ghanaian Observer. Illegal miners return in full force, pollute river Ankobra again, their military. And tensions in Ada Electrochem sets record straight over false alarm. Auditor General report, $39 million paid for 2015 Boss head office construction deal without due process. And Agenda 111 commences on Tuesday as announced by Kojo Nkrumah and Dr. Patrick Magwaji yesterday at the press. The Republic Press, vaccination of 100,000 people in 7 hotspots district in Greater Accra begins today. That's Okankwe North, Ablekuma Central, Ponkatamaso, Tema, Denta, and 2 others. Make agriculture attractive to the youth, Joe Gatti said so. Woman shot as highway robbers attack passengers at the front planes. Ajima Menu breaks silence on Sputnik V deal. And I'm sure you've seen the letter making the rounds. Well, Employment Minister, NDC MP in car crash. Let's support Kufuado. Ashanti Regional Minister Simon Osemensa is calling all of us to rally around the president. The BNFT paid cocoa farmers promptly to avert agitation at Greek Minister to Cocoa Board. Momo now bigger than all payment platforms combined. Value of transactions hit 89 billion Ghana cedis. Also, others stand at 26 billion Ghana cedis. Momo is up in the trends. As special amounts, TUC deflects blame for low 4% pay rise. Experts call on government to make cocoa beans locally accessible to entrepreneurs. And on the commodity market, $8 billion spent on rice import in 10 years. Local production still wobbles around 30%. Government plans to achieve self-sufficiency in 2023. The Finder newspaper. New job in South MC, 2 drivers union in a tussle over lorry station, and $95 million, 95 million Ghana cedis, I beg your pardon, Common Assembly cash used to build private entity according to the Auditor General. ECG paid 182.5 million Ghana cedis capacity charges, and they were reporting 2.4.3 system losses in 2018, and also to Sensit Energy, which supplied power for only 2 months. Work on 111 hospitals officially kicks off tomorrow, that's Tuesday, and lack of isolation centers hampering COVID-19 fight in the eastern region. Ghana heightens border surveillance over Marburg and Ebola, according to the Ghana Health Service. The Ghanaian Times says boost for health sector all set for Agenda 111. Government to launch commencement of 111 district, regional and specialized hospitals on Tuesday. Adentan caught slabs driver with 2,400 fine for knocking down a woman who is aged 74. 24-hour torrential rain causes havoc in the Upper West region, and also Aegis reports it and recovers $4.15 million from $11.79 million lost through liquidation of 3 companies. The outbreak of Marburg virus is in Guinea. What does the Daily Graphic say? It says that Accra Bible in the offering to give impetus to Let's Make Accra Work initiative. Henry Quarty on the beat. Agenda 111 project takes off tomorrow, and 177,000 people to get Johnson & Johnson jab beginning today. It was supposed to have started on Friday, but had to be postponed to today, and everybody can go and get it so far as you're more than 18 years old. Effective Police Administration, new region created, special supplement to Millennium Excellence Awards in the, what's the final one? The Daily Guide. 12.8 billion Ghana cedis lost to MDA's chop. And Agenda 111 hospitals take off. Serial killer caged, and Galamsey getting back on the Ankobra. My guest this morning is the Honorable Pius Enam Hajide. He's a former Minister for Information, also the Member of Parliament for the Adaklu constituency. I choose to call him the Adaklu Messiah. Kwame Abuja is here. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Kwame, what are you celebrating? Why are you in white?
Well, just thanking God for how far He's brought me. That's all.
I see. What have you been missing?
Yes, Johnny, having been here in a bit, let me say good morning to you and to my colleague here and to our cherished viewers as well. We are about to take that needed rest. It's been 4 years of back-to-back work, and at the end of it, I thought that there was a need to take a rest.
Okay, let's begin on the present situation that some of the papers are recording. Galamsey seems to be getting back. Kwame, are we unable to fight this?
Well, first of all, thank you very much, Johnny, and good morning to my friend Enam as well. Good morning to your viewers, especially those from Adaklu. I feel privileged to have the opportunity to share this wonderful platform with my friend. Galamsey has been around for some time. Successive governments attempted strategies to reduce it because it was initially supposed to be just small-scale mining, because the Ghanaian businessman does not have that sort of capital in terms of equipment and cash to do large-scale mining. So in an attempt to give opportunity to our people to participate in the mining, some unscrupulous people, also still led by Ghanaians, have taken over and are seriously misbehaving. The biggest risk we face with that currently is that if we don't take care in the near future, the same water bodies that sustain us will all be gone. And as you know, I'm not sure if you can actually create water. And if you don't have water, and people actually project that the possibility of a world war could actually be premised on non-availability of water to the general population of the world.
That's right.
Now, this particular government's fight over Galamsey, against Galamsey, has been a joke.
Why do you say
in
that?
a sense that the government itself is at the heart of the Galamsey.
What's your proof?
You've seen members of government caught on tape negotiating Galamsey deals. The government set up a committee, whitewashed them. Those people are still in government. So what stops a hungry, unemployed guy at the back of somewhere doing it when he knows that government officials have been doing it? You saw issues with regard to the former Minister of Employment, like the former Minister of Environment, Science and Technology, a world-class heart surgeon reduced to a Galamsey mafia under the NPP because he himself and his son and other people were implicated. He's not there now. I'm not even sure whether he can go back and practice what he's cut for, which is a super heart surgeon. So how do you tell a young person, unemployed today, to stop Galamsey? The fight, you see, and you see what they went to Ashanti region and attempted doing. Wrote a speech and attempted to cajole the Ashantini to read that speech. And he told them, look, what's written in this speech wouldn't solve Galamsey. The problem exists outside of your speech. So if this government wants to stop Galamsey, then they will in parliament. The land minister, my colleague in parliament, came to parliament in an answer to an issue of Rosewood, said when we seize Rosewood, we are going to donate it to the national, how do you call it, the building of the cathedral. So I was asking, what about the equipment that was seized during the Galamsey? You could have donated those ones also to this assembly. This government does not have the will, does not have the gut to stop Galamsey. They will stop it in a month if they want to. But because Central Region, Party Hiansika, they do these things. If somebody is sleeping and if somebody is awake and tells you he's sleeping, how do you wake him up?
How have you supported the government in the fight against Galamsey?
Well, I've spoken against it. Fortunately, we don't have much minerals in Adaklu in terms of, all we have is stones that quarry.
Right.
But I hope we are doing it quite in a manner that is environmentally friendly. So I don't have that kind of problem. But you notice that yourselves, that's the media, Parliament, the entire country supported this government right from the beginning. In fact, I've never seen a bigger push by the media and everybody.
It started from the media.
Yes, exactly. Nobody. In fact, there was no discontent. There was nobody falling out of line. We all supported government to deal with this Galamsey menace. The fight collapsed when you and I, when you the media started reporting government officials implicated in this, Party Hiasika, the ministers implicated in it. That is when it collapsed, because you realized that the work you were doing, and then the military and the task force were implicated as part, and the military thought that this was not giving them good image, so they started pulling back as well. So this fight could have been ended if NPP wanted, but the party Hiasika, so they are doing their business, and they are throwing dust into our eyes. If President Akufo-Addo want to stop Galamsey today, in a month time, he will stop it. He hasn't got a gut to stop it because his party benefits from it.
I see. Well, Pius, so we've had Operation Galam Stop, Operation Vanguard, and now Operation Halt 1, 2, and 3 phases. I remember that when the new lands minister came, Honorable Abu Jinapo, he went on a tour with Auntie Cecilia and Mr. Kojopo Nkrumah, going around the country, checking some rivers and all of that. I had raised questions, the fact that they were part of the 10-member interministerial committee. So why are they now going on a tour to understand what the problem was? Then they defended and said that they need to understand the problem as it is now. Now reports are coming up again that the Galamseyers are returning. What do you say? Why have we lost the fight? Or are we losing it? Or are we unable to fight the skanker?
Well, thank you very much, Johnny. I would have thought that a serious national problem, such as destruction of our water bodies, destruction of our forest reserves, something that threatens our very existence as a people and as a nation, would have been treated with much more candor, honesty, and patriotism than has been exhibited around the table this morning. And I am particularly disappointed in my senior colleague and brother for the partisan and parochial approach he brings to the discussion of this matter. I thought that we were going to understand the severity of the matter and proceed to historically deal with the facts that Galamsey did not start during the tenure of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and that it is something that was an inherited problem. Having said that, I was not even going to spend any time to deal with the incompetencies that we witnessed in waging a meaningful and successful fight against Galamsey under the tenure of the NDC. Because for me, that is not the solution to the problem. But it is clear that the issue of Galamsey was not handled with the kind of enthusiasm, discipline, and patriotism that we are seeing today, either from the government side, from civil society, the media, everybody. Because at the time the NDC was in power, they did not offer the kind of leadership that could galvanize this country around the solution or getting a solution to this problem.
Do you realize that the media has left you?
If I may, the media has not. You are discussing it here. You cannot.
Do you realize?
Cannot, I will not allow that the media is indicted on this matter. The media deals with the myriad of challenges, including Galamsey. The media has been a partner in the fight. They continue to be a fight. That's why you are bringing it up.
I'll give you an example.
Why you are bringing.
Yes, I'll give you an example. Look at the front page of Daily Guide. It's here on Daily Guide. BNFT is not concerned. Finder is not concerned. Times is not concerned. Graphic is not concerned. Ghanaian Observer is concerned. That's 2. Republic Press is not concerned. And Supreme is not concerned. Previously, you would have had all of. It's not inside. I've scanned the papers.
No, Johnny,
we get the papers at 3 a.m.
I disagree with you entirely.
Okay. It's okay.
Piece of TV3 is discussing it.
I'm discussing because I feel I have to discuss it.
But you are in the media.
But I'm saying,
so you haven't left the fight.
So are you this? I'm saying that previously, and you have been Deputy Minister for Information before, you would have seen that it would have been on all the front pages. In fact, giving priority, unless I'm telling lies, but you would have seen it on the front pages.
Johnny, I think that is a trivial diversion because you see,
It's trivial.
it is a trivial diversion about the indictment on the media. I think it's a trivial.
I'm not indicting.
You said they have left the fight. That's what you said. It's an indictment, and I'm saying that the media cannot be indicted. They are still a critical part of the fight. That's why you brought it up. TV3, you brought it up this morning. But I'm saying
there a fight?
But there is a fight.
Okay.
There is a fight, and so I'm saying that the kind of seriousness that has led the media and persons like you to want to discuss a Galamsey is because of the leadership that is being offered from the very top. That kind of leadership was lacking when Honorable Agboja here and the NDC were in power, and that's why you didn't speak about it. The media did not speak about Galamsey the way you are speaking about it today. The way you are speaking about it today. So I would have thought that we would deal with this matter, but I'm surprised at the politicization and the twists and the turns that are brought in. But for me, the NDC will continue to do what they want to do because their motive and their only motive, Johnny, is to come back into power for the sake of being in power. And so I'm not disappointed. I'm not surprised at all. I'm only disappointed. I'm not surprised. That's what they do.
Did he lie?
Let's now go to the matter.
Did he lie?
Let us go to the crux of the many lies.
Okay.
Many lies.
For example, what?
Many lies.
For example, what?
That, for instance, ministers of state were implicated. Which minister of state was implicated in engaging in Galamsey? He should be a man and name a minister.
You mentioned Professor Frimpong Boateng.
That Frimpong Boateng is involved in Galamsey? That's a lie. It's a white lie. It's a lie.
We didn't see the video with the Owusi.
You asked me about a lie. I pointed out, you said I should mention one. I said that he said that Professor Frimpong Boateng was involved in Galamsey, and it was on tape. You saw the videos. Which video? Where? It exists in the imagination of Honorable Agboja and his likes.
I see.
So it is not true. I'm saying that let us deal with the matter. Let us commend the military. Let's commend the government. Let's commend the media. Let's commend even Parliament and the good people of Ghana who came together to wage this war. And we had to take some really drastic decisions, like decommissioning of the equipment that are being deployed for illegal mining, like the shamfines and some of the equipments that you would find involved in the fight. We decommission on the spot. Now, you know, crime by its nature. Criminals will continue to exist amongst us. And so, no matter how seriously you wage a fight, what you need to do is to continue. It's a continuum. You have to continue to ensure that the solution lives along the problem.
If there's a fight, why is the water still brown?
Say if you read the story, you will notice that there has been a break. They got all these things off, but criminals get back on. When the criminals go back on, you still go after them.
When the soldiers are there, the criminals still come. When the soldiers are there.
The newspapers you read said that even now the soldiers are being dead. But that's the attributes and attitudes of criminals by their nature. They will continue to commit crime and you continue to fight back. But that is why when criminals go back on the field and it is described as the fight being lost, I say that no, that's a simplistic view to hold. Because to be able to come to the conclusion and say that a fight has been successful does not mean that the criminals have been changed and they are no longer criminals and that they don't want to engage in these criminal activities. Okay, that is not when you describe a fight as being successful.
My father,
it is the commitment, the continued commitment. It is the expenditure that associates the fight. Okay, it's the leadership and the commitment that goes with it.
Okay,
that determines whether a fight is successful or not.
My father,
and me, from the rivers I have seen, the pictures that I have seen, it is clear that there has been a major improvement.
Which rivers are those?
Like the Pra, for instance. Even the
river. The Pra is not white.
No,
it's not plain.
No. It's the Pra will not get white in a question of days or months.
Okay. Can you describe for us what the Pra looks like when you saw it?
It's an improved condition. Everybody admits. I've seen videos. Everybody admits.
You have been to the Pra yourself?
No. I've seen videos. Okay. I'm saying that and just not just the Pra, many of the rivers.
Okay.
Some names do not even come to mind readily. But any honest observer in this country will admit that as a result of the renewed efforts at fighting Galamsey.
Let me throw Kwame's challenge to you. That's my final question to you. Kwame says if you want to solve this, you can solve it in a month. Then another school of thought says that, look, you arrest people with excavators. Excavators have chassis numbers. Chassis numbers have owners. So deal with the owners of those excavators rather than trying to catch the people in the pit. What do you say?
That's you see, people do not understand the problem. They are shouting from the periphery. They are not getting on the ground to understand the severity. And surprisingly, they just left government the other time, which means that when they were in government, they didn't even take time to study the problem. Okay. Many of the equipments that have been decommissioned, you claim they have chassis numbers and they are registered. Many of those equipments are not even registered. But many of them are not even registered.
I'm not talking about registry, I'm talking about chassis numbers.
But I'm saying that you are saying that the chassis number should be linked to a registration number, which therefore means that the thing is registered and the ownership can be
because somebody imported them into the country.
Yeah, but I'm saying that the importation is not coterminous, or that it is not. It doesn't amount to ownership. Many people use clearing agents.
What are you saying?
When you buy a car,
yes,
and you do the importation, many of the people who import cars, it is not the ownership of the car that is determined by.
So let's get this. Kwame, sorry to use Kwame. Kwame orders an excavator. You are the importer for Kwame. The excavator comes in through the Tema port, and then you clear it for Kwame. Kwame picks it, whether it registers or not. That's another matter.
Yes.
But the excavator that Kwame has ordered has a chassis number.
Yes.
You clear it for him, which will use the chassis number to clear. Are we suggesting that when you arrest an excavator in the bush, you can't go back to trace that this excavator was imported by so and so, cleared by so and so. So let's go for them and ask them questions whether they hired it, somebody stole it or not. Are you suggesting that we can't do that?
I'm not suggesting any such thing. Okay. I'm also suggesting to you that when you find equipments that are engaged in illegality, governments also, responsible governments for that matter, also have the right and the obligation to take steps necessary to, if you may, make the operations of that machinery involved in the illegality, decommission it and make it impossible
I
for that.
I agree with the decommissioning, but somebody owns the machine.
But I'm saying that I don't.
Somebody owns the machine.
Yes.
Why are you not holding the people who own the machines accountable?
Well, but I'm saying that
the people in the pit, they can't have the money to buy the machines.
Yes.
So why are you not holding the people who own the machines accountable?
Johnny, I don't have a problem with you asking that question.
Okay. So answer the question then.
No, but it doesn't also mean that nobody is being held responsible.
Really? Okay. Who are you holding responsible?
No, Johnny, don't
Which
do
excavator? Wait. Which excavator owner have you held responsible, Johnny, since this fight started?
I'm not able to mention names to you on the program.
But you know that you have held somebody accountable.
I'm saying that these are possibilities.
No,
these are possibilities.
Don't give me glittering generalities. I'm asking you. This is an excavator. It has been caught at a Galamsey site. You have arrested the excavator, decommissioned it. Have you found out who owns the excavator so it doesn't go back into the bush to go and start digging?
But the excavator has been decommissioned.
Yes, but who owns it? Have you found out? As a government committed to fighting Galamsey and, as you say, giving leadership to ending Galamsey?
Johnny, I am saying that even though I find the tangent that we are going quite problematic, I'm prepared to concede that these follow-up steps can be taken. I don't have a problem with it. But I'm saying that it is wrong for anybody to assume that the only way to fight this war is when you go after these persons and that decommissioning of those machines are a misstep.
No, I'm not saying that.
Correct. So that's why I'm saying that your steps, your proposals may be fine. If you think about it, interrogate it, fine. But I'm saying that does not mean that what has happened does not mean that the fight has been lost because equipments are being decommissioned.
Okay.
And Honorable Buja says that, well, they say that they will donate one thing to the Rosewood, they will donate it to the cathedral. And so why wouldn't they donate? Yes, that's an option. I'm saying to you that there are several options to solving a problem. We have thought that the most drastic statement to make about the seriousness of the matter and the severity is to sometimes illustrate it to the people that No, the people of Ghana are serious, and they are very angered by this. And with this, we decommission it on the spot. It is one of the ways, but it is not. It doesn't mean that because of that the fight has been lost.
Kwame, let me give Kwame a minute, then we can switch.
Yo, look, the fact that we are here talking about this, the fact that the president ordered, if you see a galamsey, burn it, which they did. That's the lawyer talking. I am not a lawyer. If the president is a lawyer and says that if you see a galamsey, burn it, ignore the laws.
People are in court.
Ignore the laws, burn them, and justify it.
Did he say that?
And of course, he said it. The president says, yes, we burnt it. If you like, go to court. Is that not what he told us?
You added that
listen,
the law.
If all...
you see the lies
if after all of this...
No, you're justifying that he's inferring.
Look.
You're justifying that he's inferring.
But you also inferred...
He said that the president said ignore the laws. You say he's inferring.
And you also inferred not a long time ago. When I asked you about the excavators, you said it was a possibility.
I didn't infer.
We haven't finished the program, so let me put it back. Except the president said...
That's what he said.
The president said that. The president said that.
Ignore the laws.
Yes, we've burnt them. If you like, go to court.
Where did he say that?
He said it in one of his interactions in reaction to that. If you Google it, you'll find it.
Yes.
Johnny, the fact that we are talking about this means that even the strategy of the president has failed.
How?
It means the burning did not stop the galamsey. Is that not the case?
He
also asked me that I should mention...
Allow him, please.
He also told me that I should mention one minister. Let me refer to you to February 24th, 2020. At 10:04 a.m. Do you know a colleague of mine called Honorable, how do you call it? Asinov MP, Kennedy Japan. Do you know him?
Yes, sir.
Yes. This is what he said, and reported by Pulse.
Oh.
He said, let me tell you. The vociferous member of parliament for Asin Central, Kennedy Japan, has accused the Environment and Science and Innovation Minister, Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng, and the suspended Central Regional Vice Chairman of the NPP, Horace Eko Ewusi, of charging $25,000 cedis for each of the missing excavator seized from the illegal. Did we see Frimpong Boateng go to court to clear his name? Did we see Ewusi go to court to clear his name? This is a member of parliament who said that a world-class heart surgeon has been reduced to a galamsey mafia. And I'm saying that if Professor Frimpong, if Professor Frimpong didn't agree with this,
he allowed you.
He would have gone to court. But Johnny, there's one significant part of it.
Wrap up on that for me. We have to move.
Look, we go to the galamsey site. We said all that we see on the site is excavators. Johnny, where are the gold and the monies they've been seizing on the galamsey site? Why come they never talk to us about?
They didn't see some.
They didn't see this thing. So from the day President Akufo-Addo came today, all the galamseys have been looking at only soil. They never found gold. Isn't it curious that they never report to us, or we found gold at the site so and so? It's because these are the things they've been taking to enrich themselves.
Thank you.
No.
Just to be fair,
let him say
we need to move on. We need to move on.
But this is important. Okay. Maybe he wants to educate us on that.
No, it's clear that Honorable Abuja has not followed the fight. At the last time the defense minister
I'm talking about
you said that.
Go ahead. Defense minister said what?
Said the
gold
disclosures have been made. I'm saying that it's clear that apart from wanting to do NDC politics, you haven't followed the fight.
So what are the facts?
The defense minister, the last time he engaged the media, and Johnny, you are part of the media, you should remember
Let's go ahead.
The defense minister gave a list of the many implements, including some samples, some samples that were collected at sites. The defense
sample
minister
of what?
Of the gold. Because,
I didn't go to say sample.
Honorable, you are not aware that at the site of mining you don't find gold.
Oh, really?
You don't find gold.
Really?
Yes, you find samples that go through a process to become gold.
Do you find cash too? Because
but how can you find?
The galamseyers are paid by day.
Please, I'm not aware.
The galamseyers are paid by day.
No, they didn't find cash. They found leaves.
Let's get serious.
Pius.
No, I'm saying that. Let's get serious.
Pius, have you been to a galamsey site before?
Let's get serious. Yes, I have been. Yes.
I have reported from a galamsey site before.
When you go to
cash and gold is always available.
Honorable doesn't know that at the site of mining,
my brother,
you don't find gold.
My brother,
what do you find?
You find samples that go through a process to become gold.
My brother, you don't know this. My brother, I have reported from a galamsey site before. I'm saying that it's just like a construction site.
When you go to construction, you find money.
They are paid by day. The foreman of works has money, 80 Ghana, 100 Ghana, 120 Ghana, 150, that they pay to the people when they close. every single day. That's why the boys go into the pit.
I'm scandalized.
So when you go there into the pit and you say you can't find money or you never found money, that's suspect.
Johnny, I'm disappointed and scandalized.
Why?
That you're saying that when you go to a construction site and you want to go and arrest people, what you do is that after decommissioning, you now begin to put your hands into your people's pocket and find and remove the monies and then declare that, okay, this is the monies that the contractors have in their pocket, and then they become part of
what's the evidence that they digging gold? If you don't find gold,
listen.
What's the evidence that is
because when you go, you seize contraband.
When you charge somebody for murder, because how do you call it? The cops might be found.
Please, because when you go, you seize contraband goods.
Thank you.
Money in somebody's pocket cannot be contraband goods.
Thank you very much. I'm not saying money in somebody's pocket. I'm saying I've reported from the Galamsey site.
And when you found money,
they have a shed.
And that's what you
relax,
Johnny,
relax.
Please.
They have a shed.
Let's
they have a shed that they use as an office,
and they keep money in
that shed. I'm saying there's always somebody there who gives them money when they close. Somebody there when they close. And anybody who does Galamsey in this country knows it.
So your expectation is that when the military go there, after finding the contraband, they should look for the monies that they keep in those buildings that they keep them
They should find guns.
I mean, what is this?
They should find generators.
So what's the evidence they are doing? They are digging gold.
Anyway.
But I'm saying that it is a contraband.
Let's move on. Thank you. So I'll come to the motorway expansion project because Kwame, you've been making a lot of statements about it.
But
the ministry has been talking also about the fact that it's not correct and all of that. Because you've been raising, we'll go there. But let's take a minute each and talk about the folks in the Volta region who are asking for the borders to be opened. Kwame, now they are mounting pressure. The government has given us indication that they have closed the borders because they don't want COVID-19 to come in. The people are saying that their personal economy has been affected largely, more than a year now. What do you say? You are in Parliament.
Well, thank you very much. I think if you have ever lived on the border town, you will notice that the economies of those towns rely heavily on crossing the border, doing genuine business. And I have never doubted the fact that the reason NPP closed, particularly the borders in parts of Western region and Volta region, he knows it from Volta region, has nothing to do with COVID. In fact, as of the time President Akufo-Addo ordered the military into Volta region during the registration and all those things, Johnny, you could count the number of people who had COVID with the number of distance on the fingers and your leg. There were more COVID patients in Ghana in dozens. In fact, up to today, if you go to Togo. So it has nothing to do with this. It was simply a calculated attempt to actually intimidate, beat up people in Volta region, stop people they perceive to be Ghanaians who are in Togo, who are coming to vote. And after the event, they are shy of pulling them out because people will say that, oh, is the COVID over? So they are keeping them there. Look, I can tell you, let me tell you. I am in contact with personnel, whose name I cannot mention, who tell you, we only sit here, eat and sleep. We wish we can go to our parents, we can go to our children, take them to school. Because of your political ideas. Look, what are the soldiers doing at, how do you call it, Japan? What are they doing? You will tell me it's because of security. Because it all came, those that they said that cessation is another thing. I've asked the question, who is being charged, who is in court being prosecuted now actively about those things? So forget about this. The people at Aflau need the borders open. People in his constituency, some people in his constituency rely on trade between Ghana and Togo for a living. President Akufo-Addo, you have already cheated in the election. The Supreme, your agent.
Did he cheat?
Oh, listen. Your agent, listen. Johnny, your agent, the EC boss, Jim Mensah, who I call MPP, what do you call it? Full soldier, has already done whatever she could do.
That's not fair.
Listen.
I'm listening. That is not fair.
The Supreme Court, listen. The Supreme Court that you have appointed majority of people have ruled that you have won the election. Now the people open the border so people can conduct their business. There's no which is going to through a border between Ghana and Togo.
Okay.
There's more COVID in Ghana than Togo. Why are you closing the border?
Thank you.
So I support the call for the borders to be open.
Thank you. Pius, this is your home region. Should the borders be open?
Johnny, you see, honestly, I have a major challenge.
It's okay. Make your point.
No, please.
Make your point.
Don't determine to me what I say. I beg you.
I'm not determined. I'm just
saying. But I'm saying that, I mean, allow me to make my point.
Right, go ahead.
I'm saying that, you see, Johnny, honestly, I've continued to have a major problem with your style.
Whose style?
Your style. And
why?
And the open show of the bias is sometimes amazing.
What do you mean?
In the first place,
what do you mean?
I'll share with you.
Okay.
You listen to Honorable Agboja make outrageous claims.
Example.
And as host, you look on.
Okay.
You don't ask any questions.
Cite example.
Please.
Yeah.
Allow him
You allow him. In fact,
cite example.
Sometimes you encourage him by asking some leading questions only for him to continue to misinform. Okay. And you do that deliberately.
Okay.
In the first place, my understanding is that...
Are you done with my bias? Because
he hasn't cited example.
Because you have been doing that since forever.
Yes, and I will continue to do that.
And you have not succeeded. Are you aware?
Well, I don't mind.
Yes.
I don't know what you... I don't know.
Continue.
I don't know how you
and
judge.
I'll cite the example.
Please. I don't know how you want to
No,
judge.
I want you to cite the example that suggests that I'm being biased. Because
No. That I'm breaking the law.
Relax.
I won't even do that.
In the first instance, when I tabled the matter, I gave you 12 minutes. I gave him 5 minutes.
How is that possible? Please, let's move on. I won't even respond to that question anymore. Because when Honorable Agboja goes on, you never ask him these questions. You turn around to ask me. So next time you even ask me a question, I won't even dignify it with a response. I will not.
Okay.
But I'm saying that on the matter, you don't choose who comes here for the NPP.
I see.
You don't choose that.
So I've asked you a question. You're not answering the question. You're going on and on. I'm saying that
I want to make an observation to you.
Your observations are not important. The people around the border towns.
You don't determine what is important.
But you don't arrogate it. You are not the editor of the show.
Yeah, but
so I'm asking you a question.
Don't even the editor doesn't tell me what to say.
Hajide, I'm asking you a question. You are here as a panelist. I am the host. Listen to my question, answer it. If you don't have an answer, please keep quiet so that we can move on. I'm saying to you now that the people around the border towns are asking for the border to be open. Is it a good call, bad call? What's your answer?
I am a person on the border.
Right.
So if people are asking for the borders to be open, it will be persons like me. But I can still answer your question, and I'll respectfully do that. But that does not preclude me from exposing you and talking about your bias.
You don't have what it takes to expose me.
I do.
Let's move on.
Johnny, don't think yourself any better than any ordinary Ghanaian.
Would you answer the question? I'm not thinking
myself. Why do you say I don't have what it takes?
Would you
sit here and you attempt to even correct His Excellency, even the President, and you tell me that I cannot correct
So that's where it's coming. Bella,
and you say I cannot
please
correct
read the messages for me. Thank you. You are not ready to answer the questions. I've asked you a simple question. You're not answering. You are rather going round and round in circles.
I'll start off with A. Farouk from Tamale North.
Yes.
He says, good morning. Time will tell when the 111 hospitals will commence because every promise of this government is a mirage. Hashtag fix the country. Well, we've been told that it will start officially tomorrow with the 88 hospitals for now. Let's see how that goes. Good morning, Johnny. It's even shameful to think of the fact that we have allowed the Chinese to illegally mine in our communities. Some government appointees are highly complicit in this whole grand scheme of destroying the environment through their reckless and greedy behavior. With all the military and security forces at our disposal, why is it difficult for this government to protect our own environment? That's from Osman Bukurisung in Tamale. Johnny, good morning to you and your panel. The fight against Galamsey has failed because the force put in place to fight the canker benefits from it. Government itself is involved and the fight remains a mirage. Ishmael Bash from Bimbila, Northern Region. Good morning, Johnny. Please tell the NDC rep that when this government was against Galamsey in their first term, they and NDC used it to campaign in the 2020 elections. NDC is a shame. I've never seen ungrateful people like the NDC. Okay, John Muhammad did worse things than this government. Johnny, is it true that the current JHS 1 students are to do the old curriculum? Are they the last batch to write BC? I need some clarification, please. That's
what the concerned teachers say. They say they don't have the textbooks now. And they've been asked to use the old curriculum.
Okay. Good morning, Johnny. This NPP government has failed us because upon all the slogans, they have nothing that's working. We can't even buy tomatoes to grind, even pepper. Godwin Ashley from Bebe said, and so on. Good morning, Johnny. The NPP man does not want to admit the fact that the fight against Galamsey is a fraud. They are using soldiers as camouflage to throw dust into our eyes. If the president himself is a Galamseyer, who is a soldier to intermediate his presence when he's there? Deceiving people party. When will NDC speak the truth for once? All borders, including land, sea, air, were closed around April. were we going for election? Okay, I don't understand this message. I'll end it here, Johnny.
Okay, thank you very much. You've been making a lot of statements about the Tema Motorway expansion project. Yeah. I'm sure you've seen the response from the ministry suggesting that what you're saying is not accurate because the contract has not been awarded. Why are you making such claims? Because a person who sits on the committee in Parliament as ranking member, you should know better. Yes?
Well, the minister has forgotten that he said it severally, that the project has been awarded. Johnny, the bottom line is that government attempted getting a developer through a PPP process to develop the Accra Tema Motorway. In fact, not known to my brother, the Tema Motorway expansion project would have been part of MPS project, the port expansion project. Closer to the time, they decided to separate it so that the Ministry of Road and Highways would handle that. Then the MPS developers decided that, look, we'll be going ahead with our port expansion project. Whenever you are done, we can get us involved. Election came, NDC lost. Then they decided that they will do a PPP. We agreed. The British government, how do you call it? World Bank gave us some money through a consultant called Roughton to do the feasibility and everything. They went on the PPP. And Johnny, these are the facts. The minister himself cancelled the PPP bid process because none of the contractors met the requirements of Ghana. The one that came close brought a very insulting proposal. That government of Ghana should put forward 80% of the money when they put forward 20%. If you have 80% of the money, we would have gone to do open competitive bidding for contractors to do it. When they cancelled it, within a month, the same minister had gone to sit down with Motor Angels, a company who has been thrown out of Malawi for allegedly bribing the president of Malawi, and they threw them out, and quickly did a sole source agreement with them to do the project. Initially, the company bid for $480 million. The NPP under President Akufo-Addo have gone to negotiate to give only the construction. Initially, it was design, finance, construct, operate, maintain, and then handover. Now they've gone to do for $480 million. They've gone to do a sole source for design and construct. By the way, the design already exists. The engineers have always done the design. For 507.
They did it for who? They did this when?
Every road in this country, including the roads in Adaklu, the agency responsible, if you see that road, they would have done a study to do this. The only thing that happens is that when you have an EPC contractor, they will say that for me to be sure, pay me money. And Johnny, some of the money they put in the deal to just do the same thing that our engineers do is mind-boggling.
But sometimes when the contractor comes, he has to modify like we did for.
I'm saying that the amount of money doesn't justify.
If I'm modifying, you would have to give me
the substantive issue. So award this for 570 million. To a foreign contractor. In our laws, a foreign transaction involving government of Ghana must always respect Article 1.5 of the Constitution. When the minister kept on saying that I have awarded the project to Motor Angels, who does not qualify currently. That is why I've been telling them, Motor Angels have gone around the world trying to raise money from stock exchanges because they said they want $570 million. I said, you won't get capre.
Why?
And indeed,
why wouldn't they get?
Because it is an illegitimate contract.
How do you say an illegitimate contract?
An illegitimate contract is because Motor Angels is a foreign company. You necessarily need approval from Parliament for them to be awarded.
And that has not been done.
That has not been done. When they were cut pants down, they are now saying that we haven't fully awarded the contract. What is the meaning of fully? A contract is either a contract or it's not a contract. They said they put in that contract conditions precedent, including going to look for the money.
Maybe they have started negotiations, but
let me tell you.
Put pen to paper.
And there's something coming. What was the rush for NPP to award the contract before the end of 2020? Because you could have come to Parliament to get approval from Parliament to do that. Now that Motor Angels doesn't have capre, you said during that expose, they were telling us that Motor Angels is such a wonderful company that we need to keep them here. And the ministry keeps saying that contractors watching me, they said none of you. For the over 60.
I think that you are putting it too simple.
No, they said it. The deputy minister, the minister said it 1,000 times. The deputy minister said it that no Ghanaian contractor is qualified and have the capacity to build 27 kilometers motorway distance. Swedru contractors did better in this country, even when I was a kid. So first of all, the minister is not telling the truth. He's got a binding contract with them. Now they are saying that they are going to use Ghana Infrastructure Fund, investment fund, to raise money and give to a foreign contractor. Johnny, Contractors in this country have worked for the Ministry of Roads and Highways to the tune of close to 8 billion. You are not able to pay. Now, if you find money to do roads, you are telling me that what is pouring concrete on steel, Ghanaian contractors can't do it. It's an insult. It's an insult. I believe Ghanaian contractors can do it. It's because of the personal interest of this government.
Since you started talking, have you had any Ghanaian contractor come to you to say,
I have, including contractors who are their funders, told me.
Oh my God.
When the minister says this,
Oh my God.
they like, it's an insult. Johnny, building a motorway is nothing. In the past, no Ghanaian contractor even could produce asphalt. Today, more than 10 Ghanaian contractors have invested. Motorway is made of concrete. We produce steel in this country. We produce concrete. Why are you telling me we can't ask contractors, even break it into lots? The reason we brought Motor Angels was because we want them to bring money. Now that we found out that they don't have any money, what is their use? But let me tell you.
You are asking.
Let me tell the government. Oh you claim you didn't give that contract to Motor Angels. But watch it. Motor Angels has gone to banks to get advance payment guarantee. What method? If you don't have a contract, why are you trying to raise advance payment guarantee?
You are,
and I have evidence.
You are asking for. I've seen the letters that you have written. I'm asking. You are asking for.
Let me tell you, this things happen.
Abrogated.
And when we talk about it, they will say, "Oh, the person made a mistake." I have evidence, but I just approach the bank. I probably got advance payment.
My final question to you, I come to Enam. Yeah. You are asking for the contract to be abrogated.
Yes.
Are you thinking of the consequences to the country?
Let me tell you, the reconstruction of the motorway is not like building a hospital. When you tell me we need to build a hospital quickly or buy a vaccine quickly, I agree with you. The motorway needs construction as quickly as we can. But we can do the due process. I am saying we could get that motorway built for less than 570 million. If you actually go and find the money like they are doing now, don't give it to Motor Angels, which doesn't have any skill that Ghanaian contractors don't have. And I'm telling you, Ghanaian contractors can pour concrete on steel.
Okay.
And if you get that, if you do open competitive bidding, you get it cheaper. The only reason President Akufo-Addo doesn't want to do it because of personal interest.
Is the the one who was
Oh, you got to agenda one. When the Ghana Infrastructure Fund they want to use, Johnny, we had over $200 million in the account before they came. The only thing President Akufo-Addo did with that money was to give almost 70 million to his relatives to build the Pullman Hotel right now.
I hear you. Thank you. And so Kwame is making all these claims.
Not claims, they are facts.
Okay. No.
And the contract is an illegitimate contract.
The contract is illegitimate, abrogated. I asked him about the consequence. You heard it. What do you say?
There's no consequence. There's a contract null and void.
Wait, Johnny, first of all, you may not like what I say on your program. You are hosting the show. You may not like what I say, but you cannot take away my right from saying what I want.
You cannot attack me in saying what you say.
I'm saying that you may not like it. You may not like it. If I choose to attack,
we can go. Not attack me.
But I'm saying that, Johnny,
please
listen.
You don't feed me to attack me, please.
I won't give you the chance.
No. You have done it before. I won't give you the chance to do that again. Don't attack me. You can make your point. You can disagree without being disagreeable. Don't attack me. If you attack me, I won't accept it.
I do not know what you mean. I don't even know what you mean by attack. I don't know what that means.
Don't attack me.
Where it is
I've asked you a question. Please respond to the question.
Don't do that. I'm saying to you that you may not like what I have to say, but let the viewing public, who you serve, let them be the judges of what I have to say.
So then don't cast a verdict on me.
I'm saying to you that.
Progress,
but what you did before.
And make progress. Thank you.
This is how you did generate a good program.
And make progress.
And good hosts don't do that.
I have been here since 2017.
So, but it doesn't mean that you're good. You have been here from Adams.
I've been here since 2017.
It doesn't make you a good host.
The show has been #1 on the tracker before you became a deputy.
It doesn't make you a good host.
And not
even if you were a good host and I'm wrong about you, please.
I've asked you a question.
Johnny, listen. I'm saying that if you allow me, we will make progress. I'm not hurting you.
Answer the question, please.
I'm saying that.
Pius, answer the question, please. That's not why. I'm not in your classroom.
Johnny,
please answer the question. If not, you end the show. Answer the question.
I'm saying that, Johnny, you don't determine how I answer your questions.
Okay.
Do you do that?
Go ahead.
I'm saying that you may not like what I say.
Thank you very much indeed for coming out this morning.
These are the same people who talk about
Kwame Agbodza. He is the member of parliament for the Adaklu constituency in the Volta region. I call him the Adaklu Messiah. And also Pius Enam Hajide. He is a former
be a
deputy
credible show